Live from the Convocation Center on the campus of the University of North Georgia in Dahlonega, coverage of Nighthawk basketball is on the air. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome again. The second half of our doubleheader, the Peach Belt matchup between North Georgia and Flagler. And if the men's contest, anything like the women's, certainly well worth the price of admission. In our first game, of course, North Georgia women coming from behind after being down 10 to win 68-63 and giving head coach Buffy Burson her 500th career win. In this second game between North Georgia and Flagler, it'll be the men under head coach Chris Faulkner at 5-2, looking for their first Peach Belt win of the season. Flagler comes in 4-3 overall. They won their conference opener in a tight ball game versus Clayton State. North Georgia dropping a tight ball game in their Peach Belt Conference opener at Francis Marion. Final score there, 82-79. That was on December the 1st. Their last time out, all the way back on the 4th of December, a non-conference win versus Emmanuel, 79-71, the final there. It has been a season early on with some new faces for the Nighthawks making a big impact in the play here for UNG. Sean Hopkins, young man, a senior out of Nokia, Finland, who leads not only the Nighthawks in scoring, but also the Peach Belt Conference. 20 points per contest. Sean playing 32 minutes per contest, also hitting 44% from the floor. And Hank, when you look at the impact that he has made, obviously he's a young man on whom the Nighthawks depend.
Oh yeah, for sure. Talking to Coach Faulkner early on in the season, he said that this kid's got a chance to be all-conference, first-team all-conference, and I think he does. He can do so many things, but he also makes those guys around him better. Without
question. You also look at a young man who has also started every single game, Zez Steeple, the 5'10 junior out of Homer, Georgia, transferred from Erskine, who has also played a big role as one of the new faces for the Nighthawks. And then you look at the stalwarts. Ephraim Shamunga, of course, defensively, one of the best in the Peach Belt, leads the team in steals at 19, and also assists per game at 4. Ephraim is one of those guys who somehow finds his way to where the ball is going to be and can make even the best offensive player look silly with how often he can get the ball.
Yeah, and Ephraim doesn't show emotion. He doesn't doesn't matter what the situation is. He plays the same at all times. So he doesn't let things get to him, very calm. But to go back to Zez, I think Zez and Ephraim together on the defensive side, they're such good defensive basketball players that they're going to have to step up. The 1-2 punch from Flagler today in the backcourt is going to be telling.
Obviously, everybody wants to protect the home court, and so Coach Faulkner and company will be looking to even their Peach Belt Conference record here this afternoon. Flagler will be a team, though, that will be a pretty good challenge. You look at the team that they'll put on the floor, extremely athletic.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Look for them. They can. The thing about Flagler is I think you could go out there without a coach, and they can all create their own shots. So those guards aren't looking to have double screens to get an open three. They can create their own shots off the dribble.
Names that you will hear quite often today, of course, their leading scorer, Vaughn McCall, senior from Ocoee, Florida, averaging 15 per game. You'll also hear the name Damari Davis, a junior from Indianapolis, who leads them in rebounding at 8 per game and shooting at 57%.
Yeah, they're deep. That's the thing. Anybody can score. We talk about Sean on our side that he's going to be our go-to guy. There's not that one guy. They're pretty balanced from Flagler that can get the ball in the bucket.
One young man who is an early contender for the all-name team this year, freshman out of Chillicothe, Ohio, Logan Swackhammer.
I like it.
I love the name.
You know, that's a name that could potentially be made fun of, but then I think people might want that name.
Absolutely. He's doing pretty good. Have started every game out thus far for Flagler. We're going to step aside. When we come back, it'll be time for starting lineups and the opening tip right here on the Nighthawk Sports Network.
I'm a commuter.
I'm an actor.
I'm an intern.
I'm a researcher.
I am a senior.
I'm an athlete.
I'm a veteran.
I'm a sister.
I'm a sophomore.
I'm a singer. I am an educator.
I am a scientist.
I am a resident.
I am a writer. I am a leader.
I am a cadet.
I am a volunteer. I am a musician.
I am a tutor.
We are UNG.
The Monday morning status meeting leaves everyone in a state of boredom. That must be why they called it a boardroom. But you're putting a new spin on this week's meeting, because you've brought bagels. Fresh baked bagels. So, well done, my friend. Not only have you uplifted the vibe of the status meeting, you've upgraded your own status to hero. Save the day with bagels. Now it's even easier.
Shop, play, and stay in Dahlonega, the heart of the North Georgia mountains.
Leadership is socially responsible, collaborative, and inclusive.
It's a process,
not a position.
The University of North Georgia
is a state leadership institution.
Here, the Leadership
certificate program is open
to all students who want to enhance
their leadership knowledge,
gain practical skills, and become a
more effective leader.
A more effective leader.
You can get credit for your involvement in student organizations,
campus events,
community service, study abroad,
and many other campus activities.
Start learning how to understand your personal leadership philosophy.
Be part of a team.
Improve your communication.
Create an inclusive environment.
And make a difference in your community.
Make a commitment to yourself.
And become part
of the Leadership Certificate Program.
Because at the University of North Georgia,
you can lead.
You can lead.
You can lead.
You can lead.
You can lead where it counts.
Time for your starting lineups now. First for the Saints of Flagler College under head coach Chad Warner. It'll be number 2, Vaughn McCall. Number 3, Logan Swackhammer. Number 10, Chris Totoris. Number 13, Jedi Giuseppetus. And number 34, Damari Davis. Flagler 4-3, 1-0 in conference play. For the Nighthawks under head coach Chris Faulkner. Number 2, Zez Steeple. Number 10, Sean Hopkins. Number 21, Ephraim Shimanga. Number 22, Zach Cottrell. And number 33, Lanre Olatunji. Nighthawks 5-2, 0-1 in Peach Belt. We are ready for action. Glad you've joined us. Ball in the air, tip control by North Georgia. And Mr. Steeple with the ball. The opening possession today for the Nighthawks. Backdoor cut, slam dunk, Lanre. And that was well carried out between Zez and Lanre. First possession for Flagler. Around the horn they go in the corner. Now in the hands of Totoris. Back on the wing, nearly knocked away by Hopkins. 5 to shoot underneath in the corner. Vaughn McCall, and it's 3-2 Flagler. Opening minute of play in the first half. Peach Belt matchup between the Nighthawks and the Saints. Ephraim drives, tried to get it back to Lanre, instead sends it straight into the hands of Jedi. Now long three, and it's up and good for Logan Swackhammer. And quickly a pair of threes, and it is 6-2. Saints. Ephraim to Steeple on the wing right side.
Farmers, we've seen almost everything, so we know how to cover almost anything, even close claws.
We took your shortcut, which
Yeah.
was a bad idea.
I can't believe that worked! No, I dropped the keys.
And we covered it. Talk to farmers. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
The UNG Campus Connection is your university bookstore. It's the one-stop shop where students can get anything they need for the classroom, and fans can find everything they need to support the Nighthawks, from shirts and jackets to car decals and tailgating chairs. Gear up at the Nighthawks Nest with officially licensed UNG merchandise. Visit our stores in Dahlonega, Gainesville, Oconee, and Cumming, or check us out online at ungbookstore.com. The UNG Campus Connection is a proud sponsor of North Georgia Athletics.
have it. Everything in your hands, nothing in your way. A new and better way to manage and control all your money. You, exclusively by BB&T.
We actually do just about anything that you ask.
We offer everything from design and branding all the way up to signs and banners, promotional products, digital signage, t-shirts, embroidery.
Cups, koozies, pens, magnets. There's 25,000 items out there we can do.
A lot of people don't know that we can handle all that, and we can look at the customer and say, yeah, we do that.
Shop, play, and stay in Dahlonega, the heart of the North Georgia mountains.
College. I have heretofore been unfamiliar with Rock Valley College. Jetty, guarded by Hopkins. Now Swackhammer to Brown. Davis, three, straight away, good. Amari Davis, now 2 of 5 on the season from beyond the arc.
Yeah, and I think that was his second one he tried today.
Man. Portier got too far underneath, and the shot hit the underside of the backboard. And all at once, this is a double-digit advantage for the Saints. 35-25, 5:35 to go until halftime.
Yeah, that happened rather quickly.
Yeah. Davis to Jetty, 3 no good, rebound Steeple. Nighthawks looking to carve this down a little bit before halftime, but taken away by Blanchard. Up ahead to Jefferson Jean, left-handed shot up and good. And a 7-0 run by the Saints, and it's a dozen points in their favor. And boy, the second foul away from the ball on Singleton.
You can't give up cheap fouls.
Lonry back in there with 5:03 to go. Blanchard brings it up. Jean to Davis, works down the lane on Lonray, left-handed shot, no good, and a foul on Lonray. Second on Olatunji.
Davis showing to be a problem for the Nighthawks.
The left-hander puts it up. This one rims out, no good. That really is the only Achilles heel to his game, is at the foul line, less than 60%.
You know, his athleticism from outside, you know, our big guys go out to guard him, and they just can't stop him. He can get right to the basket.
Davis 6'7", 210. Missed them both. Rebound to Howard. Pass to Steeple. 4:44 to go here in the first half. Howard fakes the three, now takes the three, hits the floor. Steeple fights for the rebound and is going to be charged with a foul. Beg your pardon, they're going to give that one to Blanchard. Both he and Steeple were going for the ball, and they're going to call Blanchard for the foul. So a little bit of a break there for the Nighthawks. Down by a dozen. 4:37 to go until half. Inbound to Howard, back to Steeple. Now English will hand it back to Zez. Around the horn, Hopkins to Howard. Pass to English, who is hammered by Davis. Second on Davis. That's actually a good thing. English makes that one. Davis to the bench. And Metzger back in. Prepped at St. Thomas Aquinas, did Metzger. Second one would not go. 37-26, 4:22 to play, first half. Blanchard in between the circles, bounce pass to Metzger at the left elbow. Holding high, guarded by English. Couple of dribbles, and away it goes to McCall. Makes room for himself for a three, no good. Tipped by Metzger, no good. Hopkins right down the middle of the floor. Steeple, three, right side, good. 37-29. Demerit Brown, three left side, no good. Ball tipped out, and Flagler with an offensive board yet again. Brown underneath, an easy basket for Colin Blanchard.
He from Chamaga been sitting on the bench over there for a while.
Long time.
I can see him get back in here and see what he can do on the defensive end.
Yep. Stir things up a little bit. Howard drives to the lane. Boy, an off-balance shot would not go. Rebound, Jetty. Outlet comes to McCall. Triple team. Back it goes to Demerit Brown, who scores. And it's 41-29. 3:01 to play, first half. Nighthawks in need of a little bit of offense and a whole bunch of defense right now. Steeple to Hopkins. Bounce pass, English, up, good.
Like to get this one back into single digits.
Yeah. And see what you can do in the second half. Long three, no good. Good box out by Howard. Rebound, Hopkins, lead up ahead. Steeple, three, yes. Those are two big threes for Steeple. All right, you've got it into the single digits. Let's see if we can keep it there. 2:20 to play.
Flagler helped us on that last possession. Not quick shot, not a really good one. See if we can force them into another bad shot here.
Demerit Brown guarded by Cottrell. Back to Metzger, 17-footer, no good, but an offensive board. Jetty, McCall, three, good.
Second chance baskets.
Inside 2 minutes to play in the first half. 10-point Flagler lead. Howard, right side, bounce pass to English on the block. Hopkins lost the handle. Jetty comes up with it. Boy, he wanted to take the three. Demerit Brown will take a three, no good. Rebound, Hopkins. Long looping lead pass for Cottrell. Drives, Euro step, no good. Gets the rebound somehow. Would not go, but draws contact.
Is that the under 4 media just now?
And we finally get the under 4. You are correct. 1:30 to go. 10-point Flagler lead. Stay with us. Back in a moment on the Nighthawk Sports Network.
NCAA TV and marketing rights fees. Where does the money go? Long answer, 96% of the revenue is used to fund 88 championships and support 1,055 member colleges and universities, who together provide $2 billion annually in financial aid to more than 400,000 student athletes so they can compete and learn. Short answer, we put our money where our mission is.
We can stop to make sure someone is okay.
Get in the way and disrupt the situation.
Codify an authority.
Or walk them home safely.
We can change the language around rape.
We can make campuses safer for our teammates, our friends, and our classmates.
We cannot be bystanders.
Taking action isn't always easy, but it's on us
to intervene.
Because we can. Learn more and take the pledge at itsonus.org.
10-point ball game, 90 seconds remaining here in the first half. Craig Corbin, Hank Haynes, the Nighthawk Sports Network staff. Second half of our doubleheader, Peach Belt matchup between North Georgia and Flagler. And the Saints have shown a propensity to A, shoot the three pretty quick, B, shoot it pretty well, and get up and down the floor. Cottrell at the line for two. The first one is good. And pretty balanced scoring by the Saints. 2 out of 2 for Zach.
We talked about it earlier. They don't run their offense through one person. They're very balanced attack.
44-36, 1:24 to go. And timeout taken, 30-second. We'll keep it right here. And this reminder will be joined at the break by North Georgia women's coach Buffy Burson, who earlier today chalked up career win number 500.
Tell you what, you got to think about, not to take the day away from Buffy, but you know, you look at what Chris Adams has done in the soccer program and what Mike Davenport's done in softball and what Tom Cantrell's done at baseball, and they're 600 and 800 and 200. I mean, who gets 200 wins in soccer? They play 10 games a year.
Yeah.
So it says a lot about the university of that.
Absolutely.
Coaches want to stay here and win here.
Yep.
Just a testament to the university and Buffy as well.
And the hiring decisions to bring them here to start with.
Right, you're right.
McCall away to Jetty, guarded by Zach. Blanchard nearly lost the handle, scramble for it, steeple.
Turnover.
Able to get in there and take the ball. This could be a big possession here as far as momentum for the second half. 1:07 to go. You cut it to 8. Let's slice a little closer. Hopkins down low to English. Rod backs in on Metzger. Left-handed shot would not go. Rebound, Zujapatas. Difference of 22 seconds in the shot clock and the game clock. Jetty fakes to Metzger, a left-handed shot in the lane, good. Or right-handed shot in the lane, good. 30-second timeout by Coach Faulkner. So a difference of 2.7 in the shot clock and the game clock. A game of runs, a pair of 6-0 runs by North Georgia. Flagler with a couple to their credit. And they sit 10 points in front of the Nighthawks with 32.7 to go.
Coach Faulkner calling that timeout there. If he doesn't, he loses it.
Right.
So just telling the guys, hey, here's what we're going to do these last 30 seconds. No fouls. Let's try to get a good shot. Shot clock, game clock, too close to go for a 2-for-1. So Make sure we get a good shot here and then a defensive stop.
It'll be Zez and Rod English teaming up on the inbound. A little token pressure there by Blanchard. And Zez will draw contact. And how about that? Thank you, Mr. Blanchard. The entirely inappropriate and extremely bad foul by Blanchard with 27.6. Steeple rattles it in. Well, there was no excuse for that contact at all.
Not real sure why he's picking him up, 60 feet away from the basket.
Zez got them both.
Shooter coming in.
And that would be Mr. McCall, their leading scorer, 15 points a game. Inbound comes to Demerit Brown. Final 20 seconds of the first half. Hopkins guarding McCall, away to Brown. Back to McCall. 14, 13. McCall now with 10, 9, 8, into the lane. Shot. Ball knocked free, and Nighthawks have it with 3, 2. Steeple with 1. The three-pointer will not go. So an 8-point ball game at the break. We'll see what happens in the final stanza of this one. Take a look at the box score, rehash the first half of play, and visit with victorious women's coach Buffy Burson. All that and more straight ahead right here on the Nighthawk Sports Network.
Leadership is socially responsible, collaborative, and inclusive.
It's a process, not a position.
The University of North Georgia is a state leadership institution.
Here, the leadership
certificate program is open to all students who want to enhance
their leadership knowledge,
gain practical skills, and become a
more effective leader.
A more effective leader.
You can get credit for your involvement in student organizations,
campus events, community service, study abroad,
and many other campus activities. Start learning how to understand your personal leadership philosophy.
Be part of a team.
Improve your communication. Create an inclusive environment.
And make a difference in your community.
Make a commitment to yourself.
And become part of the Leadership Certificate Program.
Because at the University of North Georgia,
you can lead.
You can lead.
You can lead. You can lead.
You can lead where it counts.
The Monday morning status meeting leaves everyone in a state of boredom. That must be why they called it a boardroom. But you're putting a new spin on this week's meeting, because you've brought bagels. Fresh baked bagels. So, well done, my friend. Not only have you uplifted the vibe of the status meeting, you've upgraded your own status to hero. Save the day with bagels. Now it's even easier.
We actually do just about anything that you ask.
We offer everything from design and branding all the way up to signs and banners, promotional products, digital signage, t-shirts, embroidery.
Cups, koozies, pens, magnets. There's 25,000 items out there we can do.
A lot of people don't know that we can handle all that, and we can look at the customer and say, yeah, we do that.
We are back at the half. It is Flagler on top, 46-38. The men's portion of this Peach Belt doubleheader here at the Convocation Center on the campus of UNG. Craig Corbett along with victorious women's coach Buffy Burson. And a very notable day, not only the come-from-behind win for the women of UNG, but this game today, Coach, a milestone. Career win number 500 can't be more happy for you.
Well, thank you. Huge blessing. 500 is a lot of wins. It also means I've been coaching a lot of games, but we had to earn this one today, and I was super proud of the effort and the heart that our team played with all the way through the game.
You know, in looking back at the game, your team was down 10.
Yes.
56-46, and in the that was an 11-0 run that Flagler went on to get that 10-point lead. And then there are so many plays that you look at in any given game, but the effort by Amber Schedule down on this end of the court to get that loose ball, draw not only the common foul, but the unsportsmanlike foul. It just seemed like that was the trigger. The switch was flipped, and at that point, you just sort of felt like the Nighthawks were going to come back and win the game.
You felt like that. I mean, that was the key possession, I thought, too. And Amber has been playing like that all season long so far. She's just been our spark and our glue. And I thought Flagler had the ball clearly, and she just stayed in it and got it. And like you said, drew even the unsportsmanlike. And from that point, just flipped the switch, and our bench was in it, and everybody on the floor. It just the 10-point lead that they had felt like 20. I'm not going to lie.
Right.
But for her to do that and to get that spark going, that was just so great.
The inside presence that Flagler brought today, pretty strong. In addition to Odabi, the play that Wilson had, extremely athletic, strong player. But what was nice is that the sort of the tag team approach that you had defensively. Young lady Amani Arnold played with such heart, as she always does.
Yes, she does, and she made a lot happen that probably people may not even noticed. You know, she's probably a whole foot smaller than number 5 Odabi, but just played, like you said, just sparked us, got her hands on the ball a lot, just made her life a little bit harder. But you're right, they had a big inside presence, and so Odabi, but Wilson is a really good player. You know, she's left-handed. She gives people a lot of trouble. She gave us trouble today.
Indeed. We will take a closer look at some specific numbers from the box score in that women's ball game earlier today. We're going to step aside. Quick timeout. Stay with us. We'll be back in just a moment right here on the Nighthawk Sports Network.
What is the Golden Eagle Band? Established in 1873, we are the oldest organization on campus. Excellence in music is our passion. Our spirit of brotherhood provides friendships that last a lifetime. We compete and perform just for fun. Join the tradition.
I'm a commuter.
I'm an actor.
I am an intern.
I am a researcher.
I am a senior.
I am an athlete.
I am a veteran.
I am a sister.
I am a sophomore.
I am a singer. I am an educator.
I am a scientist.
I am a resident.
I am a writer. I am a leader.
I am a cadet.
I am a volunteer. I am a musician.
I am a tutor.
We are UNG.
At Farmers, we've seen almost everything, so we know how to cover almost anything, even close claws.
We took your shortcut, which was a bad idea.
I can't believe that worked!
No. I dropped the keys.
And we covered it. Talk to Farmers. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Here at halftime of the men's game, Flagler on top 46-38. Craig Corbin along with North Georgia women's head coach Buffy Burson in recognition of her 500th career win today, 68-63 the final score. Wanted to talk a little bit about some specific players. You had 4 in double figures today. That's sort of been very consistent with the Nighthawks' performance this year. Nice balanced scoring.
Usually the way it's been, 4 out of our 5 starters have been getting in double figures. It's been somebody different, you know, each time that might not have reached it. Just a lot of really solid performances, like you said. I don't know that we were at our best the whole game. I thought we had a lot of good looks early in the first half that weren't really going down. But I thought there's obviously a lot of players that play good, but one in particular, I thought Abby Franklin that just almost played 40 minutes. I think she came off the court seconds maybe, but she had some timely threes. She drove in and had some stuff at the basket and just kind of kept her cool. And when she's cool, which she always is, she keeps our whole team cool.
There were a couple of possessions too where Vanessa Agrusa able to use her physicality to shield the shot and get some early baskets.
Yeah, Vanessa is such an aggressive player, and she was our press break. We just give it back to her at the 4 position and let her do it. But yeah, she's so quick and finesse and just creates a lot of trouble for the other team.
This the 7th win in 8 outings. You're 2-0 in conference play. You got Augusta coming in on Wednesday. This is a little bit unusual in that it's a Monday afternoon game. Right after the finals break, so a little bit tough, I guess, to get everybody back in the normal routine.
It is. Today was tough because of that. It just felt a little odd, the time of day and everything being a weekday, and I think it's going to be the same thing with them coming in. But they got to do it too, and they're on the road. And I can't put enough emphasis on just the fact that we've practiced for like 16 or 17 days, and we just want to play.
Sure.
So I think the team will be ready just because of that. They don't want to practice anymore. They want to play, and then they want to get home for Christmas. So we're going to try to take care of business. I know they're going to come in ready, and we'll just see what we can do.
Absolutely. As we wrap up this visit, and we greatly appreciate you being with us. It's nice to be able to recap any game and certainly the wins. But when you look back over your career, 500 wins. That's a lot of ball games, a lot of success. Part of that obviously has been the approach, the philosophy that you've brought to coaching and preparing your team, the chemistry that develops. That seems to be a very constant part of each and every Buffy Burson team.
Well, I appreciate that, and thank you. There's so many people that have been involved in that, not just the players, but assistant coaches, and they've been involved in the program, and we put so much emphasis on being a great teammate first, and I think it all starts right there, and the buy-in from all the players, and just has so many good people play here, and this is not a hard place to play at. This is a great school, and there's a great administration, and I can't say how grateful and thankful I am to even have the chance, back in my 20s. I won't say how old I am now, you can do the math, but back in my 20s when I first came here, and I've enjoyed every game, but especially every win, and done that with a lot of special people. And tonight, or today, was just really hard earned, but just seeing our players' faces and how excited they were for the win was just, that's what it's all about to me. I absolutely loved it every second.
And we are so happy for you, for the team, and our congratulations to you for career win number 500, and to women improving to 7-1 overall, 2-0 in Peach Belt play. Look forward to seeing the team on Wednesday.
Me too. Thank you very much.
All right, congratulations. Head coach Buffy Burson. We'll stay right here and be back with a final look at the box score for the men's game. Stay with us. This is the Nighthawk Sports Network.
Everything in your hands, nothing in your way. A new and better way to manage and control all your money. You, exclusively by BB&T.
The UNG Campus Connection is your university bookstore. It's the one-stop shop where students can get anything they need for the classroom, and fans can find everything they need to support the Nighthawks, from shirts and jackets to car decals and tailgating chairs. Gear up at the Nighthawks Nest with officially licensed UNG merchandise. Visit our stores in Dahlonega, Gainesville, Oconee, and Cumming, or check us out online at ungbookstore.com. The UNG Campus Connection is a proud sponsor of North Georgia Athletics.
Back we are here, wrapping up halftime. A look at the box score from the first half of play. And Mr. Zez Steeple facing the Nighthawks with 16 points, 9 in the first half for Sean Hopkins. 4 points for Lonray, 3 points for Rod English, 2 each. DeAndre Singleton and Tyler Dean, also 2 points for Zach Cottrell. Collectively, the Nighthawks shooting 36% from the floor, 5 of 13 beyond the arc for 38%, and 9 of 11, just a smidge less than 82% at the line. For Flagler, nobody in double-digit scoring. Damari Davis, Logan Swackhammer with 9 each. 8 points for Vaughn McCall. 5 for Colin Blanchard. 4 each. Demerit Brown, Chris Metzger. Collectively, 47% from the floor and 18 of 38. 42%, 8 of 19 beyond the arc, and 2 of 5 at the foul line, 40%. Battle on the boards. Flagler with a 3-rebound advantage. And we are ready for the second half of play. Glad you've joined us. Coverage of North Georgia basketball right here on the Nighthawk Sports Network. Flagler with possession. That one no good. From Totoris. First second half possession for the Nighthawks. Olatunji in the lane, fakes, shoots, and scores. And a great way to start the second half for the Nighthawks. 46-40 now. Flagler by 6. First minute of the second half. That one no good for Damari Davis. And a three-pointer, Zez Steeple, 19 on the day. And it's a one-possession game, 46-43. Takeaway. Chance to put within one or tie. Shamunga. And it's a one-point game. And a timeout. Flagler. And let's take the timeout. 46-45 Flagler. Back in a moment. That's the Nighthawk Sports Network.
We actually do just about anything that you ask.
We offer everything from design and branding all the way up to signs and banners, promotional products, digital signage, t-shirts, embroidery.
Cups, koozies, pens, magnets. There's 25,000 items out there we can do.
A lot of people don't know that we can handle all that, and we can look at the customer and say, yeah, we do that.
At Farmers, we've seen almost everything, so we know how to cover almost anything, even a red-hot mascot.
Woo-hoo! Hey, you're on fire! You bet I am. Dude, you're on fire. Oh, yeah! No, you're on fire! Look behind you! I'm cool.
That's one way to fire up the crowd, but we covered it. Talk to Farmers. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
The Nighthawks have come out of the locker room, guns a-blazing. A 7-0 run has made this a 2-point ball game. Beg your pardon, a 1-point ball game. at 46-45. Flagler has it. In the corner to McCall. Back to Torres. McCall, 13 to shoot. One dribble, and Swackhammer has it between the circles. McCall. Now to Torres, fakes the three, now takes it, no good. Rebound and chance to retake the lead for North Georgia. Down one, 18-18 to go. Bounce pass, Steeple to Shamanga. Control, Steeple, three, up, no good. And rebound to Swackhammer. Leaves it for Torres, works to the left elbow. Three, no good. Hopkins, and a foul over the top by Jetty. Josapatas committing the foul. Again, North Georgia a chance to retake the lead. Cottrell down low to Shamanga in the lane. Up, good. 47-46. An 11-0 run. Swackhammer connects, and that puts Flagler back on top, 48-47. $17-12 to go in the ball game. Flagler with the ball and a 1-point lead, and they need to tweak the shot clock. And it has been done, and we'll restart again. Zojapatas inbounds to Swackhammer. Bounce pass to Davis, left elbow. Now Swackhammer. Back to Davis, to Merritt Brown. 13 to shoot. McCall drives. Hopkins defends. 7-6. Davis for three. 51-47. Hopkins elevates, three-pointer, good. (51-50). Flagler by a point and the ball. Jetty in the corner to Merritt Brown. Now Davis. To Zapatas. Shamanga comes up with a steal. How about that? Gets it to Hopkins, up. Good! (52-51). North Georgia back on top. And another steal by Ephraim. Shamanga's going to take it all the way. (54-51). Two consecutive steals by Shamanga. Swackhammer. Jetty takes it to the hoop and scores. 54-53. North Georgia by one. Cottrell to Hopkins. Shamanga. Now Olatunji. Hook shot goes in over the top of Davis. Back to a three-point Nighthawk advantage. Inside 15 minutes to go. Second half. Brown up and good. 14:44 to play now, and it's 56-55, North Georgia by 1 with the ball. Cottrell, bounce pass to Shimanga. Underneath, tried to get it to Lonray, now gets it back, tips it out to Cottrell. On the wing to Hopkins, 5 to shoot, 4, 3, 2. And over the end line was Sean. And it will go to Flagler. The under 16 will take it. North Georgia by a point. 56-55 on the Nighthawk Sports Network.
Now you have it. Everything in your hands. Nothing in your way. A new and better way to manage and control all your money. You, exclusively by BB&T.
The UNG Campus Connection is your university bookstore. It's the one-stop shop where students can get anything they need for the classroom, and fans can find everything they need to support the Nighthawks, from shirts and jackets to car decals and tailgating chairs. Gear up at the Nighthawks Nest with officially licensed UNG merchandise. Visit our stores in Dahlonega, Gainesville, Oconee, and Cumming, or check us out online at ungbookstore.com. The UNG Campus Connection is a proud sponsor of North Georgia Athletics.
It's a one-point ball game, 56-55. North Georgia leading Flagler. Second half of our doubleheader. Nighthawks came out of the halftime locker room hitting on all cylinders offensively. Flagler with possession. Swackhammer. Bounce pass. Metzger at the right elbow. Down low to McCall. Now back out, Swackhammer, quick three, good. Inside 14 minutes to play, now 58-56, Flagler, but a three from Jack Howard. And that puts the Nighthawks back on top, 59-58. McCall, 17-footer, would not go. Rebound to Cottrell, zips it over to Hopkins. He'll take a three, it's up, it's no good. Air ball out of bounds to Flagler. Swackhammer with the ball, bounces it to Metzger. Back to Logan. Now McCall. 13 minutes to go in the ball game. 7 to shoot. Metzger backs in over Singleton and scores. And that puts Flagler up. $60-59. Welcome in the esteemed Lee Glenn. Missed shot there by Singleton.
Just holding spot here for our guest color guy, Hank Haynes. Pahokee is in South Florida, right outside of the Lake Okeechobee.
Okay.
In the bottom third.
Okay.
This past year. Had a relatively good football team, had to come all the way up to Hawthorne, right outside of Gainesville with their football team, to where they lost and were eliminated in the final 8 of 1A football.
How about that?
Yeah, I remember we were asking about a Pahokee tidbit.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Now see that, those are nuggets of knowledge.
Yeah, I've got a few. And the good thing about it, if you say it confidently, people don't know if it's true or not.
We're tied at 60. Oh, my goodness. Flagler with the ball. 12:27 to go. Jetty gets it to drop. And the foul.
Kid's got high basketball IQ.
Yeah. Jetty Juzapatis will head to the line, a chance to complete the three-point play. That was a tough chance, but he got to go. Cottrell goes out. Rod English is in. Swackhammer gets a breather for Flagler, and Blanchard checks in. Ephraim Shimunga back on the floor. Zez Steeple, breather. Now Jetty will settle in. 66% from the line on the year, no good. English able to save it somehow to Shimunga.
Lucky save.
And speaking of Mr. Shimunga, he drives, he shoots, he scores. Not too many minutes ago, those 2 consecutive steals that he made, out of this world.
Very legal.
Out of this world.
I was still chatting with Coach Burson, who looks like she gave you a good halftime.
Absolutely.
Golly, another 3.
There's McCall.
I was chatting with Ephraim, or about Ephraim, and I think that he fools the officials sometimes.
Hopkins has it to Shimunga, drives underneath, bounce past Singleton. In traffic, would not go, gets his own rebound. Lost it on the way up, doggone. And that's gonna nestle. And Rod tips it out. Nice to be able to jump like that. The under 12 will take 11:37 to go. 65-62, Flagler by 3.
Shop, play, and stay in Dahlonega, the heart of the North Georgia mountains.
The Monday morning status meeting leaves everyone in a state of boredom. That must be why they called it a boardroom. But you're putting a new spin on this week's meeting, because you've brought bagels. Fresh baked bagels. So, well done, my friend. Not only have you uplifted the vibe of the status meeting, you've upgraded your own status to hero. Save the day with bagels. Now it's even easier.
65-62, your score. Flagler on top, 11:37 to go here in the second half. Greg Corbin, Hank Haynes. There's always something going on in the world of athletics here at the University of North Georgia. And just recently, and I mean recently, upgrades to the lighting at both the baseball and softball stadiums.
That's right. As far as we know, only Division II school in the country to have LED outdoor lighting at their total LED outdoor lighting on their outdoor facilities. So we're happy about that. And you said recently, we're talking the last 10 minutes.
Couple of minutes.
We just got it fired up. That's where I had to exit.
Talk a little bit about the difference that's going to make in the illumination of the playing fields.
It's undescribable. What we currently had was actually rated lower than.
3 would not go there for Demerit Brown. Rebound to Shimunga, you were saying?
Lower than the Walmart parking lot standard. So even lower than Park and Rec. So.
Turnover there. So anxious to see that. And that's going to be a charge on Juzapatis, who sends Hopkins head over heels. Well, you're talking about a huge change in the quality of play.
Oh yeah, for sure. You can tell in here what LED lighting does,
right?
Versus Memorial Hall. So just think outside. It's the lenses and the screens they put on those things to direct 100% of the light where they want to go. Almost zero light pollution. So you get all the light on the field.
Any difference in the number of instruments, lighting instruments?
It actually went down.
Okay.
You don't need as much light because of that light pollution.
Hopkins drives, tried to get it over to Howard, but taken away by Jean. 65-62, right down the lane. McCall puts it up, no good. Tipped in by Metzger. 67-62. 5-0 run by the Saints as we approach the midway point in the second half. Chimanga back to Hopkins, over to English on the wing left side. Left wing, left it short. And that's going to be a foul as Lonray was trying to get the rebound, was fouled by Mr. Colin Blanchard. Tyler Dean, Zach Cottrell coming in. Hopkins getting a breather, Singleton a breather. Chimanga to inbound from the baseline, does so to Lonray. 10-10 to play. Nighthawks down by 5. Tyler Dean thought about a three, now drives, puts it up in traffic, no good. Rebound, Lonray lost it over the end line. The process to take down the old lighting instruments and put up the new didn't just happen overnight. How long did it take?
Well, we did it, normally it wouldn't take as long as it did, but because we're retrofitting new fixtures on the existing poles we have, it took about
McCall for 3.
Took about 3 weeks, and that included the Thanksgiving break. So we also added 2 new poles at softball.
30-second timeout. We will keep it right here. So the net effect, a much more well-lit playing field for both baseball, for softball, but fewer instruments to get it done.
Fewer instruments. We're actually seeing, soccer's been this way for 2 years now.
Right.
But financially we couldn't do them all at once. So soccer we did first, and the usage has gone up, but the cost of that usage is down. And so LED's much more proficient. So we're excited to see cost savings at baseball and softball.
Would I be correct to say that you'll also have longer life?
Oh yeah,
lifespan out of those.
Yeah, there's no bulb changing like there was.
Right.
And it's instant light. There's no heat up time. It's instant on, instant off.
Nice. Cottrell to Dean on the left side. Now back to Lonray. 70-62, Flagler by 8. North Georgia the ball. Chimanga bounce pass. Tyler Dean will drive for the lane in traffic. Would not go, but a foul will send him to the line.
Flagler foul number 5, Jefferson Jr. That's his first. Team 5th. At the line for the Nighthawks, Tyler Dean.
I know that we have become comfortable calling the Convocation Center home for basketball and many other things here on campus. And I'm sure that the shakedown period is not necessarily over, but you're well into it now.
We're into what construction and design calls the warranty period, where we're finding the bugs and we're having to work on some things. I tell you, McCall, he's starting to feel it
up. Well, he's going to make sure he hits that average. 72-64. Lonray missing an easy one inside, and on the move. Good effort and a basket for Blanchard with the left hand, and that makes it a 10-point ball game. And just a moment ago, we were knotted. Cottrell, Olatunji, hook shot, no good. Flagler with another rebound, and McCall fouled as he headed down the floor. That'll be on Ephraim. And this will be an important juncture here as Hopkins comes back in. You've gone from leading by a point at 59-58, tied at 60, tied at 62, and then it has been a 12-2 run by Flagler.
You know, coaches want to win those media timeout sessions and win more than you lose, but the ones when you lose, you don't want to lose them big.
Yep. Ball knocked away by Lonray. Hopkins taking it one-on-one with Jefferson Jean. Euro step, and they're going to call him with a travel. Couldn't get rid of it quickly enough. Demerit Brown will inbound. Blanchard will bring it up. 8 minutes, 8 seconds to go. Brown over Olatunji, and it's a 12-point ball game now, 76-64. The next stoppage of play will have the under 8 media timeout, and I'd say it's coming pretty quick.
You called it.
7:53 to go in the ball game. It's Flagler 76, North Georgia 64. Back in a minute. This is the Nighthawk Sports Network.
I'm a commuter.
I'm an actor.
I am an intern.
I am a researcher.
I am a senior.
I am an athlete.
I am a veteran.
I am a sister.
I am a sophomore.
I am a singer. I am an educator.
I am a scientist.
I am a resident. I am a writer. I am a leader.
I am a cadet.
I am a volunteer. I am a musician.
I am a tutor.
We are UNG.
And back we are to the strains of Sweet Caroline, and what an entertaining break that was by the man behind the public address microphone here at the Convocation Center.
Sweet Caroline has become a staple for the UNG athletic department.
Never a dull moment. At the line, Lonray missing there. And we will, at the very next opportunity, do our FCC duty and do station identification. Lonray gets that one to go. 76-65, 7:49 to play. Knocked away by Lonray. Ephraim got a hand on it, but Flagler keeps it. Demerit Brown off balance, gets it to go. 78-65, 7.5 to play. Hopkins now, top of the key, zips it over. Steeple, 3 is no good. And corralled just inbound. Blanchard, Brown. 7:10 to go. And a 13-point advantage for Flagler. Jefferson Jean drives over Cottrell and somehow gets that one to go. That's a tough shot.
I tell you what, this is a tale of two halves. In the first half, it was outside. Second half, they've just pounded it inside.
Pretty impressive effort after fending off the Nighthawks climbing back in it. Hopkins in the paint, threw it up. Nothing doing. Davis, the loose ball. 6:35 to go and a 15-point Flagler lead. Davis wide open for 3. Good. And a timeout here. It is a full, and let's take 10 seconds for station identification. This is the Nighthawk Sports Network. (83-65). Flagler has come back with a vengeance. It wasn't that many minutes ago that it was 59-58 in favor of the Nighthawks. We're tied at 60, tied at 62, and then it's been a blitz by the Saints.
We just can't stop them, can't get a defensive stop, and offensive going cold. And, you know, when things happen like that at the same time, that's when you get a lopsided run.
Yep. And what was a tight ball game is no longer that. An 83-65 Flagler advantage with 6:25 to go. You've got time to come back, but you got to start making it happen right away. Zez Steeple, Lanre Olatunji, Zach Cottrell. Sean Hopkins and Ephraim Shimanga, the 5 on the floor for Coach Faulkner. Shimanga, baseline, goes underneath, fakes, has it stripped away. And a foul in the process. And that's on Blanchard. He'll check out. Swackhammer back in. And I'll be honest, I think it's better if when Swackhammer was on the bench, because he's got a pretty quick trigger from beyond the three-point line. That one no good. Rebound Davis. Swackhammer up to Demerit Brown. Goodness, three-pointer.
We just can't miss.
It's now a 10-0 run. (86-65), largest lead of the afternoon. Cottrell for 3, off the mark, no good. Rebound, Swackhammer. Logan works to the left side. Now in between the circles, bounce pass to the left elbow to Davis. He's guarded by Olatunji, backdoor cut. That pass intended for McCall, knocked out of bounds by Shimanga. And that will allow Coach Faulkner to bring in English and Singleton. Olatunji and Cottrell get breathers. Swackhammer from the baseline, inbounds to Brown. Guarded by Hopkins. Oh, flying down the lane was Gene. Ball knocked away. Last touch by the Saints.
Good play by Zez there to knock that ball off the Flagler guy falling out of bounds.
Zez across half court, now to Hopkins. Sean, the left side, 17-footer, good. And that is the first field goal in a long time.
See if the guys can get a stop here.
86-67, 5 minutes to play. Brown elevates, 17-footer short, rebound English. Outlet to Shimanga, cross court to Steeple. Inside to Singleton, ball knocked free. Swackhammer has it. Long bounce pass up ahead to Jefferson Jean. Back to Swackhammer. Over it goes Demerit Brown, who creates room for himself by popping the forearm to English. Clock stopped, 4:39 to go. A 19-point deficit. Steeple to Hopkins. Able to control it over to Shimanga after having his shot blocked. Steeple left side, bounce pass, Singleton in traffic, up, no good, out of bounds. It'll stay with North Georgia, 10 to shoot. Shimanga on the baseline. Tried to get it to Hopkins, but knocked away by Swackhammer. Swackhammer, just one of those solid, fundamental players.
One of those you got to think like his dad's a coach.
Yeah. Nice fadeaway shot by Steeple. 86-69. Ball knocked free. Steeple comes up with it, one-on-one. Tried to get it to English, knocked away by Davis. Out of bounds. North Georgia will have it. And that brings us to the under 4. 3:57 to play. Flagler 86, North Georgia 69 on the Nighthawk Sports Network.
Being a champion takes more than talent, more than the perfect pass, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the spirit to always push harder, the ability to overcome any hurdle, and the fire to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create. And the question isn't, can you do it? It's, will you?
We can stop to make sure someone is okay.
Get in the way and disrupt the situation.
Notify an authority.
Or walk them home safely.
We can change the language around rape.
We can make campuses safer for our teammates, our friends, and our classmates.
We cannot be bystanders.
Taking action isn't always easy, but it's on us
to intervene.
Because we can. Learn more and take the pledge at itsonus.org.
Craig Corbin, Hank Haynes, the Nighthawk Sports Network staff here at the Convocation Center. The second half of our Peach Belt Conference doubleheader. North Georgia playing host to Flagler. The women able to come from behind for a win in their game. Nighthawks have some digging to do. Just less than 4 minutes to play, down 86-69. And a foul along the baseline on Damari Davis.
I think DeAndre thought it was on him.
I think he did too. Singleton goes to the line. So if you're going to make a comeback, that's the sort of thing.
Good start.
That's the sort of thing that needs to happen.
Get 2 points and the clock doesn't even run.
That's it. Singleton got the first and left the second one short, but Hopkins tipped it, but unable to get it to a teammate. That was a nice effort. 16-point ball game, 3:46 to go. Jetty, Juzapatis over to Swackhammer.
Flagler going to use all the shot clock they can.
Yeah. Swackhammer, 17-footer off the iron, no good. Tipped out of bounds to North Georgia. Tyler Dean in the ball game. Singleton getting a break. Steeple up. Leaves it for Hopkins, away to Shimanga. Heads for pay dirt and scores. (86-72). 3:09 to play. Davis, Juzapatis. Ran all over. Oh my goodness. I'm going to call it blocking foul on Rod. I thought he had the position.
It looked pretty conclusive from this angle.
Nonetheless, Flagler will retain possession. 2:59 to play and up 86-72. This one no good. Another offensive board. Juzapatis puts it up and in. Back to a 16-point lead, 2:52. Timeout on the floor. It's a 30. And we will keep it right here. So after today, it'll be Augusta coming to call on Wednesday.
Augusta getting the win up at Young Harris this afternoon.
And then you've got a break until you hit the road to UNC Pembroke. And that is not until January the 5th.
And that is not an easy place to play. Probably one of the tougher places to play.
Yep.
in the conference, not to mention they're one of the best teams in the conference.
Yep. So that's a wicked combination.
That's right.
Long trip, tough place to get to, and then you got a top-tier opponent waiting for you. North Georgia with the ball, 2:47 to play. Down by 16. Steeple. Now Shimanga through traffic, up and in. Swackhammer brings it up himself, guarded by Steeple. Bounce pass, high post, Damari Davis. Pass intercepted by Tyler Dean, brings it straight up the floor. Hopkins, right wing, long three, too much. Rebound, Shimanga, circus shot, no good. Tipped out. And Demeritt Brown will bring it up for Flagler. 2 minutes to play. 88-74. Three, left side, no good. Long rebound to Shimanga. Ephraim brings it up. 1-on-3. And quickly the other way, Demeritt Brown will go 1-on-3 and score.
Ephraim just hadn't been himself today. He had spurts, but not the whole game.
Nope. Nice cut by English, and Ephraim gets him the ball. 90-76. A minute and 12 to go here in Dahlonega. Reach in by Tyler out front. Howard back in for the Nighthawks. Inbound comes to Swackhammer. A minute to play. Inside, great positioning by Demeritt Brown in the basket. 92-76. Final 50 seconds of the ball game. Steeple for three, good. 92-79. And another three, that one by Howard. 92-82. 41 and a half, and a timeout on the floor. We'll keep it, well, let's take it. We'll take the timeout. 41 and a half to play. It's a 10-point ball game on the Nighthawk Sports Network. Pair of three-pointers have cut it to a 10-point deficit for the Nighthawks. After today's action, the next time out will be Augusta coming to call on Wednesday. And we'll have both halves of that doubleheader for you right here on the Nighthawk Sports Network. Women will tip at 1:30. Airtime on the network at 1:25. And that to be followed by the men at 3:30-ish. McCall taking the long pass, drawing the contact from Steeple. 38.8 to go. And Hank, you know, having cut it to a 10-point ball game, yeah, crazier things have happened, but you got to have a whole lot of luck work in your favor.
You do.
To make this magic happen.
Ooh.
Foul inside on the inbound. Swackhammer was trying to get it to Juzapatis. Foul on Steeple. Juzapatis to the line. A 66% free throw shooter. Cottrell back in. Howard back in, the long-range artillery.
We're going to need a few of those and some turnovers and some lucky bounces.
Yes, in short order.
And he's going to need to miss these 2 free throws.
Yeah. And that happened. Nicely done. Outlet to Steeple. Zez will drive, kick back. Hopkins 3 up. Would not go. Rebound. The follow will go. Ephraim Chimanga. 8-point ball game with 29.5. 92-84. We'll keep it right here. All right, 29.5, 8-point ball game. The assumption being that you have to foul immediately.
Well, we said that last game that you would not foul immediately, and they did. But I would agree with you that you do foul immediately. So we'll see what Coach Faulkner says here.
8-point ball game.
And you foul somebody that's not a very good free throw shooter.
And you have some targets.
If Davis is, surely they won't put Davis in the game.
You know what's funny? Swackhammer, as well as he shoots it from the floor, 61% from the line.
You got Davis in the game. Is that his name?
Davis. Yep, Davis, who shoots 58%. You have now the man who they will get the ball to is Demerit Brown, who leads the team with 87%.
Oh, you said they. Oh, he traveled.
Zuzapatas had it taken away. North Georgia ball. So 4 seconds elapsed.
So they didn't foul.
Nope. All right, get the quick 3. Chimanga looking for Hopkins. Get it down low. It's up. It is no good. Missed the 5-footer. Oh.
And that's about the tail of the tape for today.
Oh. That one hurt. That would have made it. Oh, goodness. A 2-possession game. That basket would have made it a 2-possession game. So Davis goes to the line. Junior out of Indianapolis, a 58% shooter, no good. Oh,
and we got to box out the shooter.
Goodness gracious. Oh, the miss is the first part of it. The rebound is the second. So Davis lines it up again. And of course, when we did a great job of boxing out, he nails it. 93-84. And this one no good. Tip. Cottrell outlet to Howard. Got to have a quick 3. Howard elevates. It's on the way. No good. Rebound. Juzapatis. 10 seconds, and that'll just about do it. Anytime that you're making such a huge, or making up such a huge deficit, you've got to have everything fall into place, and it just didn't quite make it.
No, you're right, it didn't. And we talked earlier about Flagler being so balanced, and you look, and they got 3 or 4 guys, I think, in double figures,
yep.
And that's a testament to what they're about.
Juzapatis at the line. And it's a 10-point game, 94-84. And got them both. 95-84, final seconds. Chimanga drives, no good. And that'll do it. Flagler by 11. 95-84. Stay with us. Back to wrap things up right here on the Nighthawk Sports Network.
I want everyone to rally behind such a great cause for Make-A-Wish. It's not just for us, and it's not just for the school. It's for the kids that we'll be helping. It's for them.
It's not just raising money for a charity. It's raising money to make this kid's dream come true.
I never, still to this day, would have thought that it would have touched me the way that it did that day. To truly say that it was a life-changing moment for myself is true. And I think it was for our program, our team, and our university. It was truly one of the most memorable experiences of my coaching career.
You really just see the community come together to make this event special and make it unique. And I think that's one thing that we like to try to brand ourselves with here at UNG is we're unique, and we like to do the special, small things that make children's lives and dreams come true.
Enough. Yeah, I'm over it.
We shouldn't need commercials to tell you we're powerful.
No thanks.
Genders don't play sports. Athletes do.
A gallant effort by the Nighthawks to fight back into it and leave a flicker of hope down the stretch, but falling just shy. Flagler winning it 95-84. And with that, the Saints improved to 5-3 overall, 2-0 in conference play. The Nighthawks fall to 5-3 and are 0-2 in conference play. Look at leading scorer for North Georgia, 24 from Zez Steeple, 16 for Sean Hopkins, and 14 on the day for Chemungha. It was a game that just didn't seem to allow continuity in the second half. Tight game there. In fact, a 1-point lead, and then just like flipping a switch, Flagler was off to the races.
Yeah, I mean, North Georgia, you thought they got it together there coming out of the half. That Faulkner made some adjustments, and it looked to work, but I think that field goal percentage, and you beat somebody 11, 12 points in the field goal percentage, you're going to win most of those games, and that's what Flagler did.
Yep. Next time out will be Wednesday afternoon. Augusta comes calling. The men will tip at 3:30 or so. I want to thank you, Hank, for sitting in. Hank Haynes, our special guest expert analyst. Always a treat.
I enjoyed it, and I will be back Wednesday.
I love it. 2 in a row.
2 in a row. See if we can change the luck.
We'll make it happen. On behalf of Hank, Coach Faulkner, the Nighthawks, I'm Craig Corbin for the Nighthawk Sports Network saying, again, your final score, Flagler gets past North Georgia today, 95-84. So long, everybody.